Hey, up it's Steve from that old Yorkshire geek. We've got a bit of Star Trek news for us to have a look at. Huzzah! Well, is it? Whatever. It's Kurtzman Trek, but never mind. It's about Strange New Worlds Season 4. We've learned when it's going to start filming Season 4. Season 3 isn't even out yet. Don't even know when it's coming out, but apparently Paul Wesley, who plays James T. Kirk, the not very good James T. Kirk, in my opinion, in Strange New Worlds. I do like Strange New Worlds, I just don't like Kirk in it. He's let it slip when he's going to go filming it. So this is an article from Screen Rant, so let's get on with it, shall we? But before we start, don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already, and all that stuff. Patreon, links in the description, merch, etc. That stuff. Super thanks. Memberships. Blah, blah, blah. Right, off we go. Here it is. Here's the article from Screen Rant. Who wrote this thing? John Orquiola and Anna Nieves did the picture. What Paul Wesley's Strange New World Season 4 reveal means for Star Trek's 60th anniversary. I mean, it's kind of its 60th anniversary this year, sort of, because 1964 when The Cage came out, although it didn't come out, when it was presented to executives, when it was made, but the original series didn't begin airing until 1966, so 2026 is the 60th anniversary. Anyway, there's Pike, there's Spock, there's Kirk from Strange New Worlds, right. Paul Wesley's reveal about when he will film Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4 has exciting implications for Star Trek's 60th anniversary, does it? In 2026, Star Trek turns 60 when the 1966, a lot of 66 in this, isn't there? The 1966 premiere of Star Trek, the original series, is celebrated on September 8th, 2026. There's too many S's in this article. It's doing me head in. I'm going which is also Star Trek Day, as opposed to First Contact Day. Star Trek Strange New Worlds returns, which is in April. Star Trek Strange New Worlds returns in 2025 for Season 3 on Paramount+. Strange New Worlds Season 3 was filmed from December 2023 to May 2024 and is currently in post-production. Paramount Plus also gives Star Trek Strange New Worlds an early Season 4 renewal, which is good of them. The Hollywood Reporter spotlighted Paul Wesley and Brothers Bond, the bourbon company Paul founded with his The Vampire Diaries co-star Ian Somerhalder. I've never seen No, I'm lying. I watched episode 1 of The Vampire Diaries way back in the day, of episode 1 of season 1. It didn't do anything for me, and I've not watched it since. Wesley plays Lieutenant James T. Kirk, as well as alternate versions of Kirk, and Paul has been part of Star Trek Strange New Worlds cast since season 1's finale, which was bloody awful. I hated it. And I like Strange New Worlds. I think it's fun and enjoyable, but that finale of season 1 was terrible, in my opinion. In the Hollywood Reporter's article, Wesley dropped a tidbit about when he will begin filming Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4. I'll put the link for the Hollywood Reporter article, if you want to read that, in the description, as well as the link for this. Right, so he says, quote, "For example, I'm going off to shoot Season 4 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds in February, and they know that." It's talking about when they're going to do, like, promotion and stuff for the bourbon, Brothers Bond. Don't know why they've called it that, because I've not read the article. So I've accounted for that time, and I'm committed to that, and Ian's going to take over some of my duties, and I have other team members. Here's what Paul Wesley's Strange New World Season 4 news means for Star Trek's 60th anniversary in 2026. By the way, they were asking him, how will it affect, how will your acting and all that affect your other business responsibilities? That's what they asked him, so that's what he's answering there. Lieutenant, or as we say in the UK, Lieutenant, James T. Kirk is, I don't know why, it'll be some oldie. It will probably spell lieutenant back in the olden days, when we had S's that looked like F's and stuff like that. I imagine. I don't know. I've not looked into the etymology of the word lieutenant. Do it for me and tell me in the comments. Lieutenant James T. Kirk is in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4. Plenty more Kirk is on the way, unfortunately. He looks sod all like William Shatner. scrawny. William Shatner's he's a bull of a man, isn't he? William Shatner. Back, in his heyday, still is, but back in the original series, he was a burly man, wasn't he? He wasn't skinny or out like that. He's skinny with no shoulders and a thin neck. But Kirk had just he'd tie him up like a pretzel, wouldn't he, and throw him out the airlock. Anyway. We've got some pictures. There he is, being skinny. There he is, not looking like James T. Kirk. With his, I presume that's the Farragut. Yes, because he's got captain's stripes. This is from the season 1 finale, which were awful. There he is with Laan, and notice there, he's got a Enterprise. I forgot what happened in that episode. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. What did the captain of the Enterprise in that? I can't remember. But that's when they went back in time, didn't they? And found Khan! There he is in that same episode with Spock and Uhura, who's got long hair in season 3 coming up. And there he is with his brother Sam, who, spoilers, if you watch the original series, will die. I think it's season 1. I think it's near the end of season 1. In the episode Operation Annihilate, when these alien parasite things will get him. I think that's the only time he's mentioned in Star Trek lore, in on-screen lore, because he even forgets that about him in the movies in Star Trek 5, when Kirk at the end says, "I had a brother once," and everybody who knows Star Trek goes, "Yes, they were called Sam," and then he goes, "I was lucky, I got him back," and he's obviously referring to Spock. Forgot his own brother. Unbelievable. And ironically, the travesty of the J.J. Abrams movies remembered that he had a brother called Sam. Anyway. Or did they call him something else in that? I don't know. Well, there we go. Anyway, whatever. I'm rambling again and being annoying. The fact that Paul Wesley is returning to Toronto to start filming Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4 in February 2025 is confirmation that Lieutenant James T. Kirk is guaranteed to be in Strange New Worlds in Season 4. I don't really have a problem with Kirk being on the Enterprise, as much as he's been. A lot of people say, "Oh, no, he shouldn't be on until he becomes captain." And I'm thinking, well, no, because if you watch the Season 1 of the original series, it's kind of, it isn't really said, but it's kind of, that's maybe the unwritten rule, maybe, I don't know, that this is Kirk's first year in command of the Enterprise. But it doesn't look as though he's new to the Enterprise. He knows all the crew and he's all laid back and everything, as though he's comfortable there in the Enterprise. So maybe you could argue, I don't want to stick up for Kurtzman Trek in any way, but you could argue the reason that he's comfortable on the Enterprise as the new captain is that he's been there quite a lot before. So this could explain that. I'm sure that's not what the writers have in mind. It's just my own headcanon. Lieutenant Kirk is Wesley's primary role, although Paul has also played 2 alternate reality versions of Captain Kirk in Strange New Worlds, Season 1's finale, and in Strange New Worlds Season 2, Episode 3, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. In Strange New Worlds timeline, as a prequel to Star Trek the original series, Kirk is the first officer of the USS Farragut. A lieutenant as the first officer, I don't know. But then again, in JJ Trek, he was a cadet, and they made him captain, for Christ's sake. Who knows? While it's not surprising that, you'd think maybe in an emergency a lieutenant could step up as first officer, but you'd think like a full commander would have to be first officer, wouldn't you? Like Spock. Spock's a full commander. Anyway, in the original series. While it's not surprising that Paul Wesley's Kirk will be in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4, it was also possible that Kirk would be omitted from the 4th season. After all, Kirk doesn't belong on the USS Enterprise. Yet. But like I said, you could use the argument that the reason why he looks so comfortable on the Enterprise in the original series from the get-go is because he's been there quite a lot. He knows the ship and the crew. Anyway, and he has his own starship to command, except he doesn't. He doesn't command it. He just said he's the first officer of the Farragut. He doesn't command his own starship. But anyway. Although James often visits the Starship Enterprise, commanded by Captain Christopher Pike, Anson Mount, and his heir, it might have been logical to keep Kirk away from Strange New Worlds Season 4, There also have been a scenario where Paul Wesley wouldn't be available to film Strange New Worlds Season 4 due to scheduling, however you want to pronounce it, conflicts. Happily, that isn't the case, and Paul Wesley's Kirk is confirmed for Strange New Worlds Season 4, because, well, he's confirmed it himself, hasn't he? Kirk will be part of Star Trek's 60th anniversary, right, and there's proper Kirk there, William Shatner, the Shat. There he is with the dishy Christina Chong as La'an Noonien Singh. I still don't get why. I don't know, because they don't really. It's been mentioned a couple of times about her family history, but that's it really. Unless they're going to build up to something big, I don't know. It's just like a baffling. To me, it's a baffling choice to make her one of Noonien Singh's relatives, Khan Noonien Singh's relatives. And it's never mentioned again. Do they do like they did in Discovery and just sign an NDA not to talk about it again? Anyway, Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4 is expected to premiere on Paramount Plus in 2026, and Paul Wesley will be in Season 4. This means Lieutenant James T. Kirk will be part of Star Trek's 60th anniversary, which is fitting. After all, Star Trek was originally about Captain James T. Kirk, sort of, William Shatner and the USS Enterprise when it began in 1966, fair enough. Paul Wesley is the current actor portraying Kirk, and it wouldn't be right to mark Star Trek's 60th birthday without Kirk. I bet they don't get William Shatner in for a guest appearance. But you never know. Right, Star Trek projects for the 60th anniversary celebrations in 2026. Strange New Worlds Season 4, untitled Star Trek Origin movie, if it ever happens, theatrical release expected 2026, and Star Trek Starfleet Academy, which no one ever asked for, apart from Alex Kurtzman. Season 1 expected in 2026. Nobody cares about that, apart from Alex Kurtzman and those that are in it and those that have made it. But in the fan base, nobody cares, or very few people care about that, particularly with it being in the 32nd century. Get in the 25th century, carry on the TNG legacy. That's what fans want. 99.9% of fans want that. Fact. Stamp it on a thing. Strange New Worlds Season 4 is one of 3 known Star Trek projects expected to mark 60 years of Star Trek in 2026. While Strange... I've got a tickly nose, means I'm going to have an argument. While Strange New Worlds is a prequel set in Star Trek's 23rd century, Star Trek Starfleet Academy, which nobody wants, which is currently in production, will continue Star Trek in its 32nd century future. In addition, I bet if they do it, I bet it only lasts one season. I bet it does. In addition, Star Trek is slated to finally return to movie theatres with the untitled Star Trek Origin, a prequel film directed by Toby Haynes. Will that happen either? Don't know. You remember the days when series used to get cancelled like halfway through season 1? Should bring stuff like that back and cancel Starfleet Academy halfway through season 1. Watch this, it'll be amazing. It'll be an amazing series. But I doubt it. But Strange New Worlds Season 4 is the only Star Trek 60th anniversary project involving Kirk, Spock, Ethan Peck, and the Starship Enterprise. So, what Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4's filming window means? We've got more pictures. Look, there's Spock. There's La'an and Dr. Mbenga. I will always pronounce it Mbenga, not Mbenga, and I don't know what that is. There's Uhura. I don't like her hair. I'm sorry, I don't like her hair. She looks better in that clip that we saw of season 3. She looked better with longer hair. She did. But the actress herself is gorgeous. I think she is. I forgot her name. I can never remember her name. And there's Mbenga and Spock and the lovely what's the face? I'm bloody blanking on her name. As Nurse Chapel. And there's I'm blanking on her name as well as the helms person, and I forgot the names. I'm blanking. Tell you, I'm terrible. I'm terrible, and I'm a fan of the show. And there's Pike. It's a very busy bridge, isn't it? It's not like that, is it? It's busier than that. Too many lights. I mean, you don't need all these lights round here, do you? I mean, they haven't got them, have they? They haven't got lights all round the bridge. Look, they've just Got the consoles lit up. It's all you need, isn't it? Got to make things dark, haven't they? Dark, with lights, if you know what I mean. Right. Anyway, whatever. Production of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, 10 episode seasons, lasts approximately 6 months. Paul Wesley, that's the filming. Primary, no, what do they call it? Not primary photography. What do they call it now? Whatever. Paul Wesley joins. I'm not having a good day today, am I? Paul Wesley joins Strange New World Season 4's filming in February 2025, but production may start even earlier without Wesley's Kirk. It's a safe bet that Strange New World Season 4's filming will take up to the first half of 2025, although Paramount Plus has yet principal photography. Came to me. Although Paramount Plus has yet to announce when Star Trek Strange New World Season 3 will be released next year, the cast would still make themselves available to promote Season 3, even if they're simultaneously filming Star Trek Strange New World Season 4. Keep adding Star Trek for some reason. Oh, here's the first look. Oh, I'm not watching it. It's bloody awful. I'm a fan of Strange New Worlds, but this clip where they turn them all into Vulcans looks terrible. And I liked the musical episode. I thought the musical episode was fine. I don't know if everybody hated it. But I thought it was fine. I thought it was no worse, no better, whatever, than the Buffy musical episode. Nobody complained about that, did they? That was a demon making everybody sing. This was an alternate reality seeping into ours. An alternate reality where everybody sings. Just spontaneously. But everybody had a problem with that for some reason. Anyway. When Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4 could premiere on Paramount Plus is another question. Strange New Worlds has traditionally been released in the spring, but there's a chance Star Trek Starfleet Academy could take that slot. This scenario would push Strange New Worlds Season 4's premiere until fall 2026, or autumn, as we say everywhere else in the world. But that would also make sense, as it would coincide with Star Trek's 60th anniversary and Star Trek Day on September 8th. With Paul Wesley's Lieutenant James T. Kirk aboard, there's no better way to mark 6 decades of Star Trek and look ahead to the franchise's future than Star Trek Strange New World Season 4. Melissa Navia, sorry, just said a name there, whose name I couldn't remember up there, and Jess Bush, Nurse Chapel. What's the name of her character? Ortega. Not Jenna Ortega. Her character's called something Ortega. The Helms person. Can't say Helms man because she's not a man. The Helms woman. I'm going to say it. The Helms woman. On about her, by the way. Her there. But anyway, so there we go. So we're going to get Strange New World Season 4. Yay! I just hope it's good. I hope Season 3 is good, because I've enjoyed the first 2 seasons. They're not perfect, and sometimes I do roll my eyes, like I do with all Kurtzman Trek. But I've been rewatching proper Star Trek, classic Star Trek. And they have their fair share of eye-rolling moments. Anyway. By the way, I want to know, I've started rewatching Enterprise. What were the Enterprise NX-01, what were it firing in that first season? They hadn't had the phase cannons installed, but yet it was still firing some sort of pulse weapon, plasma weapon, I don't know. Why didn't they use them again? Because they installed the phase cannons later on in the season. I don't know. I've never seen it explained, and I've never seen names. They just say fire. They have torpedoes as well. But anyway, that's by the by. I'm rambling again. Anyway, so there we go. So we'll leave it there. So we're going to get Kirk in Season 4. Has he been confirmed for Season 3? I can't remember. Probably. He'll be in it, won't he? He'll be in it. But I don't like him as Kirk. I'm sure that the actor's fine, whatever. He does his bit. But I don't like the character. I don't like the way he looks as Kirk. He don't look like James. He don't look like William Shatner. But then again, Anson Mount looks bugger all like Hunter. Jeff looks sod all like Jeff Hunter, doesn't he? And Ethan Peck looks bugger all like Leonard Nimoy. So whatever, they're all fine, and everybody's lovely, and we're all a big happy Star Trek family. Right, we'll leave it there. we will leave it there. So, thanks for watching, wherever you are. By the way, don't forget, like and subscribe and all that stuff. Thanks for watching, wherever you are. Look after each other, and until next time, I'll see you there.